You may be, let's swear the witness, please. Come around and have a seat with witness chair. You may proceed when ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. Can you tell the jury who you are and what you do?
Hi, my name is Jennifer Buford. I work at the University of Mississippi in the Department of Social Work. I serve as a clinical instructor of social work and field education director. And Jay Lee was in my class at the time that he went missing.
All right. How long have you been in that position?
I've worked at the University of Mississippi for approximately 12 years.
And have you been a field supervisor? Is that what you called it?
Field education director.
Field education director. What does that mean?
I supervise field education internships for social work students at both the bachelor's and the master's level.
Okay. Placing students in a professional setting.
That's correct.
Students,
Making sure that they meet CSWE competencies as they are practicing.
Okay. And you said Jay Lee was a participant. And what was his major? Do you know?
Social work.
Social work.
A bachelor's of social work student.
Okay. Were there requirements, like standards before they could participate?
Sure.
In that internship program?
Before they can intern, students are required to complete all other classwork, all classes aside from the internship and seminar class.
All right. So in May of 2022, had Jay Lee completed his requirements for his degree?
All of the requirements aside from the internship and seminar class, which is a 12-hour class.
And as far as those requirements, do you know whether he graduated with any kind of honors or anything of that nature? Do you know?
His graduation was an honorary graduation because he wasn't there to complete.
Okay. But as far as scholastic honors, do you know whether he had any scholastic honors?
No, I do not.
Okay. You're saying he didn't, or you don't know?
I don't know that he did. Yeah.
Okay. And do you know whether he participated in any groups, organizations on the campus?
He was a member of the Black Student Union Association and ASB,
Okay.
Associated Student Body, and worked with the LGBTQ community on campus.
Okay. With that organization, do you know if he held any positions in those organizations?
From his email signature, he said he was director of that.
All right. Can you tell the jury how long when you first became aware of Jay Lee in a professional capacity, him as a student and you as a field education advisor?
So I met Jay Lee in the fall of 2021 when he was enrolled in Social Work 335, which is Social Work Practice 1. My next class with Jay Lee was in the spring of 2022, where he was enrolled with Fields of Social Work, where we were preparing for the internship experience in that class. And then the last time in the summer of 2022, where he was completing his internship experience.
Were you able to make any observations about him as a person, his personality?
Yeah, I mean, Jay Lee was a strong presence. He was very outspoken, expressive, And he communicated his thoughts and feelings, very well.
Do you know whether he had a pet?
I do know that he had a pet because he reached out to me once the fall semester, the first semester, and asked if it was okay if he could bring his pet to class.
All right. Did you authorize that?
No, I cannot authorize that because it was against the policies. But
Okay.
he, asked every one of his teachers if he could bring his Pomeranian, I believe it was,
Okay.
who he'd had for 10 years.
All right. Did you actually recommend that he be placed in an internship setting?
I met with him to discuss various options, including what his interests were and what internships were available. And through that, we together decided that CPS was the choice that he actually ended up working at, Lafayette County CPS. So, and
What is the Lafayette County CPS,
that's Child Protective Services.
and what do they do?
They protect the children of Lafayette County from child abuse, neglect,
Things of that nature?
investigate, yes.
All right. And your responsibilities as the field advisor, did that, while he was in that program, would you have been in contact with him
Oh, yes.
daily, weekly?
Our class would meet on Fridays, usually from 10 to 12. Other than that, I would meet, as a matter of fact, the last time I met with him and the field instructor was in June, mid-June,
Okay.
for our midterm evaluation. Just to
Midterm
kind of-
evaluation. So on July 8th of 2022, would Jay Lee have been still placed with the Lafayette County CPS?
That's correct.
How long was that program to continue?
Until the
Until he got
end
his
of
response.
July. Okay, so he had to complete 400 hours during that summer.
And do you know how many hours he had completed up until July the 8th?
He was within a few weeks of being finished.
So he wasn't done?
No.
Okay. And how did you find out that he never showed back up at his spot as an intern at Lafayette County CPS after July the 8th?
I believe his field instructor reached out and told me that he was not at the internship. And she was just kind of concerned about him. Yeah.
Connor, don't play it far, I understand what the testimony was going to be.
Let's bring it to an end anyway.
Had anybody ever contacted you about Jay Lee not showing up where he was supposed to be prior to that?
Prior to that, no.
That's all I have.
Cross-examination?
Your Honor, no questions for this witness.
All right. May this witness be finally excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you for being here, Ms. Buford. You're welcome to stay, but you're free to go, okay? All right. Normally lunch is whenever we get to a stopping point. And today, the stopping point just happens to be at the time your lunch gets here anyway. We got lucky today, but don't expect us to be so punctual every time. But most days, rather than trying to herd you up and get you here, there, and the other, we're going to bring your lunch to you in the jury room. We're going to carry you out at night and feed you a good meal, but we're going to let you eat here today. Remember the court's instructions. Don't discuss the case even amongst your fellow jurors. Don't inform or express any opinions. Don't let anyone talk to you about the case. And don't try to investigate the case. That being said, have a good lunch. And we'll be ready to start back at 1, okay? Court being recessed until 1 o'clock for the lunch break.